the governments even tried to buy peace with Pakistan by suggesting to freeze their Indian oil. But buying peace with Pakistan, the POK became an instrument of transaction. It's only now that the government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has forcefully staked the claim that POK is illegally occupied, it is an integral and inalienable part of India. India is not a geography. It is not its territory is not transaction. Some people believe that India is a consociation. It is an association of a large number of social groups divided along religion, race, creed, language, tribe, each with their special rights and privileges, having come together to form India. In fact, this view was hugely encouraged by the colonial rulers. They deployed a large army of anthropologists from UK and US who came, who studied, and who highlighted the differences between the communities. Anthropologists have an eye for looking at the differences, something which is special to this, not to others. And with an eye for looking at differences, they found differences were in abundance, which is the case in nature. And British used it to divide in the society, to weaken the national freedom movement. It was this associational view of India that they partitioned Bengal on the basis of religion. Muslim Bengal, Hindu Bengal. It was with this outlook of India that in 1909 they created separate electorate for Muslims in the provincial and imperial legislature. No, they were not. They were different. And they had to have a different representation. For Muslim League wanted that. Subsequently, in 1919, they extended the separate electorate to other religious community of India like Sikhs, Indian Christians, Anglo-Indians. As if they were not Indians, they were separate and they needed to be treated separately, even in the matters of their representation in the legislature. It was this outlook that Indian National Congress in 1916 had a pact with Muslim League, what is known as Lucknow Pact. The Lucknow Pact was achieved to seek the cooperation of the Muslim League in our national freedom struggle. And Congress agreed for disproportionately enhanced representation of Muslims, electorates as well as representation. Electorates, of course, were a fixed number, but their representation in the provincial and imperial legislature. In 1932, it was with this consociational view of India that the British Prime Minister, Ramsay MacDonald, announced that the scheduled caste of India will have a separate electorate. Thanks to Mahatma Gandhi and his personal death, the Pune Pact of 1933 happened, and this was not accepted. The matter was settled again, reservation for scheduled class people in those legislatures. consociational view of India. It plants the seeds of separatism. It divides the society. Every community has its own norms, its own social norms of conduct. But a state recognizing those at the cost of individual rights, it creates a major problem and it goes against the very idea of India. And this consociationality, even after the British, was betrayed in some of the actions of the powerful enemy. Because this view it is this view that has come in the way of fulfilling the dreams of the founding fathers of our Constitution, what they mentioned in the directive principles of the state policy. There they talk about uniformity. We have not been able to have the uniforms in the court today because and fulfill the directive principles of the state policy because no, it cannot be. Because other communities are separate, they have to be treated separately. It was this outlook that a poor post-Lady Savannah and Supreme Court not to dispense justice in terms of giving her compensation using the brute might element. It was announced and the lady couldn't get the relief because it did not belong to the majority community. She belonged to a special category. So she had no right. Take the case of most revolutionary legislation in recent times, the Right to Education Act. Every citizen of India, every boy and girl of India has a right to education, should have the right to education. Unfortunately, it has not been extended to minority communities. Don't they deserve to have the right? It is a consociational. It's the British Act, Colonial Act, and even today there are Hebrew Act. And it is when the government takes initiative, like abolishing this triple talaq, it is recognition of all Indians as one, members of the family. India is not consociation. It is not consociation. It is not a geography. It is not consociation. Then what is India? To understand India, we have to go back. Because India was a term coined by foreigners. They named the land beyond Indus. And in many ways, it's a neutral gender term. It doesn't do justice to Bharat. And that is why Article 1 of the Indian Constitution says, India, that is Bharat, is a union of the states. This article seeks to spiritualize India by equating it with Bharat. It is important to understand Bharat. What is Bharat? Friends, Bharat was not a creation of any king or emperor. Several kings, several emperors came and gone. In the times when India, it extended in east towards Siam and west to Hindu Kush, that is island to the borders of Central Asia. There were times when there were multiple rulers ruling the different parts of Bharat, but Bharat was not very sected. People of India, the people of Bharat, they had no problem moving along the cultural path. movement, their activities, social and mental interactions. Bharat was creation of rishis, ancient rishis. Was not a creation of a king or emperor. The word Bharat means Bha is a Sanskrit root for light. That's why some we say Bhaskar, Bhanu, that is light. Bharat means one that is enwrapped in light, one that is enlightened, one that emanates light. This Bharat, which was conceptualized, conceived, and created by our ancient rishis, it finds mentions in our literature. Vishnu Puran mentions it. It mentions about its geographic expansion. It says, Uttaram yat samudrasya himadrishtaiva dakshinam varsham tad bharatam nama arti yatra santati. North of ocean, south of Himalaya, the continent, name is Bharat. And its children are Bharati. Arti is enlightened. Because it was this land where our rishis, they discovered the ultimate truth. The truth of universal oneness of all the beings. In the midst of all the diversities, they discovered the divinity permeating through all the lives. And then they exclaimed, what our Ishavashya Upanishad says, Ishavashya idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagata tena taktena bhunjitha bhagradha kashyasvidhanam. Ishavashya idam sarvam. Bhava. Ahava. So everything, the whole world is enwrapped and governed by